You're locked into Represent Radio 107.3 FM. I'm your host, Fred at the Dawn, and I'm here with a very special guest. We've got Elmiene in the building. Elmiene, how are you, bro?
That's good. I'm all right.
You all right?
Yes, sir.
Good, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
You're such a good ball of energy, bro. Like, you walked into the office and everyone's like, wow. Like, you have really good energy.
I feel like it's harder to walk in with as a bad ball of energy.
Right.
You got to be intentional doing that.
Yeah. I hear that. You got to be intentional to be a bit...
You're just doing badness walking in. Just being like,
Yeah.
Want to speak to this. Like, you have to really think about ignoring someone.
Genuinely, because it's the elephant in the room.
Because that means, especially like, say in this room, I have to now focus every time that eye contact has to stay avoided.
Yes, exactly.
That's hard work.
Yeah,
otherwise, if I just shake your hand, now everything's gone.
Yeah.
Why would you ever do the other?
But saying that,
right?
Reclusive.
Yeah.
In the video,
yeah,
it looked like when you were shaking people's hands, it was like, I need to leave. I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go.
That's true. But that one is like, you know what it is in an elevator.
Right. Yeah.
That's a whole different. I don't know what it is. I really enjoy it.
Right. Okay.
I enjoy the thick, like when the air feels like custard.
Okay.
And you're all kind of there, and suddenly your heart starts beating. You're like, when are we getting off? And then someone else presses the 5. You're on 10, and you're going to the ground floor.
So are you claustrophobic, not reclusive?
No, that's a good question though. I feel like we need to decipher what it really is. There's a reclusiveness to it. Mm-hmm. It's like a social battery thing. Yeah. But I also just really, really love that awkward energy. Okay. I'm like Peep Show, I think, is the greatest show of all time. Right. So that, every time I can chase that feeling. Yeah. I need that.
Say no more. Yeah. Now, let's talk about your debut album, Songs for Someone. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You know, it's not easy putting out an album.
No.
Can you explain the album title?
Sounds for Someone is... The title is inspired by songs in the key of life.
Right,
Stevie Wonder.
Sense. Yes, of course.
Always and forever.
You love Stevie Wonder, you love D'Angelo.
He's the greatest.
Yeah, of course.
Stevie's the greatest. Where his title is also the greatest title ever, where it has this like crazy scope and range to it. As soon as you say that title, you're like, it's in the key of life, or I'm alive. So what that means everything? Yes. The song's in the key of everything. Yeah. And it's just how broad the album's gonna be, and the sounds and the exploration that might happen here. It's like, well, if he has to hit every single criteria, then he's gonna have to go to places. Yeah. Yes. Sounds for Someone is kind of that, to I suppose more personal degree, where I kind of boiled it down to more the someone. For me, is someone in particular. It's my father. But for other people, I kept it vague enough where it could be your father, your mom, your cousin, lover, whatever in between. That someone can fit that bracket at the same time. Yeah. And then another meaning for it is the sounds for someone. Is like there's at least one sound in here for someone. Yeah. Someone's going to enjoy one of these songs.
At least. Because
I've explored and I've varied enough between them where someone might hate the other one. Yeah. But might love this one. Yeah. That's the kind of...
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
And then the white flag on the cover. Right. Do you want to explain that?
The white flag also has many meanings. So when we, in Islam, when we bury our dead, we bury them in 3 white sheets.
Okay, yeah.
So the flag actually made of 3 white sheets. And so that's one meaning. But also just what a white flag means, like the peace, the acceptance, like that kind of moving on was also another kind of representation of that feeling. And also another one, I'm a massive nerd, manga, anime. It's my...
Oh, you love anime?
That's my whole thing.
What's your favorite right now?
One Piece.
You know, I've never watched it.
That's what I grew up on.
Okay.
I've been reading it weekly since I was 6-7 years old. Yeah. So the flag is a One Piece reference. Okay. So there's a character called Chopper who waves a flag in honor of his late father as well. Right. And it's like a symbol of like standing proud and like never giving up and doing the whole thing. So all of this, and even like the pattern on my kaftan that I'm wearing, the cherry blossom, is from that same scene. Right. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
All of that.
Yeah. The cover is also very similar to Marking My Time in Any Way I Can. Yeah. You're in front of like a crazy skyline.
Yeah.
What's the intention behind that?
Well, I feel like there's a freedom to it that I'm really enjoying. And also like the biggest blessing of me doing this job is how much I get to see the world. Yes. It's really fun. Yeah. So I think Marking My Time was in Marseille. Any Way I Can was in Miami. Okay. And then this one was in LA. Okay. In Malibu. Right. Where it's just all these places that I never ever would have seen as Abdullah, like as me being who I was before. Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
But like that feeling of like, here I am here, I'm standing here, I'm like, because even with Marking My Time, the reason I called it that was I felt like that project was me trying to mark my time in that moment to be like, okay, your life's about to change, let's checkpoint it, right? Yeah. So if we die and respawn, there's like a good,
this is the checkpoint.
that's the spawn point, and not before.
Yeah,
like this is that, and even the music I was writing was like really kind of me prepping myself for what is to come.
Yeah.
And then Anywhere I Can, it was a sentence, it was Marking My Time, Anywhere I Can, where Anywhere I Can was like me trying it again in a different way, in a different place, now being deeper into the career that I'm in.
Yeah.
And then now kind of, I feel like I've accepted, this is like the ultimate version of all of it. Where it's like the sea, and I'm on the cliff, and I have the flag. Like it's all like, I'm here now, and I can focus on something other than myself.
It's like a complete version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can focus on someone else.
Yeah. That's sick. But you've done a lot of traveling just in your life anyway, in terms of like, you were born in Germany.
Yes.
Then you moved from Germany to Oxford.
Oxford, yeah.
So you've done a lot of moves when you were younger.
A little bit.
A little bit?
Frankfurt to Oxford is like, that's like a 45-minute flight.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
I've never been to Germany. So. But you've moved, so you didn't think you would move
once.
Anywhere, like you wouldn't think you'd travel anywhere else, or?
Nah,
does Oxford have that kind of feel that you're not going to leave it?
Oxford's like, you know the Simpsons film when the dome falls?
Yes.
That's
how
Oxford.
it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
Really?
It's vroom. Right. And then, you know the guy when he's like trying to figure out, should I stay and should I leave?
Yeah.
That's Oxford. You either decide to leave and you never come back,
or you stay there forever.
or you stay forever.
Wow.
There's no in between. And I was of the staying forever camp, where I was like, I remember even all my cousins were like, nah man, I'm going to America, bro. Yeah. I'm doing this, I'm going to Dubai,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so happy I was gonna be a security guard in Oxford.
Really?
At like the local
You'd be
club.
a security guard?
Yeah, man.
I can't. You're too nice.
I would have been the one that people like.
Yeah, but like
I would have let people in.
Rowdy, you know, there's uni students everywhere,
Yeah.
and now you have to stop it.
Like,
come on, man.
That's not my problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like if it gets too rowdy. That's always been my mantra. Like if it gets too rowdy, it's not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth dying over.
Yeah.
For something like that.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
I'm good.
Thank God that you're the Angela cover.
Thank God.
Back to your album. You worked with No I.D.
Yes.
Who is one of my favorite producers in the world. He's
the
incredible. Best. And Raphael Sadiq on this. Two legends. Did their presence change how you worked, or did you hold your own in the room?
Well, here's what it is. With No I.D and Raphael, it was more of I come in with how I work, and it was me learning why the things I did worked through them.
Right.
It wasn't like, let's change how you do things. It was, no, I'm going to tell you why the certain ways you do things are what's working. So it was more refining what it was and what. So
for their experience.
For their experience. So it's been like, for me, usually how I'm writing music is like I'm on the keys, I'm going off, melodies are going.
You've got the Stevie Wonder thing.
Stevie Wonder thing, I'm doing the thing, I'm going. And then like melodies are going, and then sometimes subconsciously a word will start forming around the melodies, and then boom, suddenly a story for the song will come. Right. And now I know what to refine. And then the melodies and the words, and now the story will suddenly start to compress something until it becomes a new birth. Yeah. But Dion was basically the one who was like, this is what you're doing. Yeah. When you do that, it's not random. Okay. You're not just going, no, it's like, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. Right. So that's what, so it's like making it efficient. Like, shoop, you can cut that part. Or even just like knowing, like Dion's whole thing, he calls himself the editor, because that's what he is. Yeah. So when I'm going off, like the first thing he ever told me that really placed his editor title on him was that I came to when I first met him with like 16 songs that I had. And I was like, I don't know if my album's nearly done, if it's not even close, but these are the songs I have in my bag right now that I want to play you. And he looked at me and was like, the album's done, it's finished. Fair. It's finished. Yeah. You need to stop writing music. Right. He was like, that's what I want you to do. Stop writing music. Just calm down. Stop. Because you get in this mentality of like, one more song every day. Yeah. One better than yesterday.
That could be the one.
Yeah, one better than yesterday. Yeah, this could be the one. This could be the one. This could be the one. Yeah. But he just said, stop it. Let's just actually focus on what you have. Yeah. And what you're missing is a sound, a cohesion between them. And sitting down with all your favorite producers that you work on these songs with, bringing them all in one place and having them all work on it. Where Dion's whole thing is he's, like my dream when I first started in music, I was like, I kept telling like all the managers and A&Rs I met before I decided who I was going to be with, was I just want to make the new Soulquarians. Right. Which is the D'Angelo and Badu and Common and the Roots and all of that and Dilla. I want a collective of artists that have a similar view and passion that will then better each other. And Dion, that's what he's building.
I mean, he's done it already with the 80s, with
Cocaine 80s and all of that.
Exactly.
He's done it before, but now how it is so Raphael Sadiq and Dion work out at the same studio.
Okay.
In LA.
Yeah.
That's how they're both so instrumental to the project. Because we were just in one room essentially,
Right. Yeah.
and like Uncle Ray will be working next door, and then he might walk in and be like, "What are you lot playing? I want to play on this."
Yeah. Yeah.
Go and play the bass.
Yeah.
Or like Dion, vice versa. Like that's kind of what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dion was like, "Okay, cool. You know me and Ray work at the same place." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been there." He was like, "Cool. Bring your favorite people to this one place. We have this music.
Yeah.
They all love it.
Yeah.
They all love you. We're here. Let's just do it."
That's amazing.
That's that simple.
Yeah.
Because I was like, "How do you finish an album?" It was like, "That's how you finish an album. You bring the best of the best into one room and just go, replay that bass part. We just put that as a placeholder. But now Uncle Ray can play it.
Yeah.
Or bring the keys part. Who's your favorite keys player?" I was like, "Amir, Ghost Note. I wrote the whole thing." "Okay, Amir, do that again. Do that here. Who's the best drummer?" I was like, "I love this. Okay, cool. Bring them in. Who's the best guitar player?" "Oh, I love Andrew Age." "Okay, Andrew Age, you got to play through the whole record."
Yeah.
Suddenly there's like, through players and feel, it just all starts, and then you go, "Wow, project, there it is." Instead of keeping writing new music.
Yeah.
Well, now that's become like, now I know that's going to be a process from now here onwards, where I'm going to write music, write songs,
Yes.
and not focus too much on what they are. Like in the moment, just write them to finish a story.
Yes.
It's all storytelling. And then when it comes to the sound, I know we're going to bring everyone in and we're going to just
not perfect, but amplify it.
amplify it. And really just start, like, especially when you have a song and it's just a salt and pepper of a song, lyrics, chords, melody.
Yeah.
Then you can work, okay, so what I'm saying in the song is this, this, this. You know what really cater to this? This kind of sound.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew, play your guitar like this. Use that filter. Amir, use that synth.
Yeah.
Bring it like this.
Yeah.
And then that's how it all... So fun.
It seems very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems very fun.
It's brilliant.
You've spoken to a lot of instrumental collaborations, but there's not a lot of vocal collaborations on the project.
No,
Why is that?
I'm awful at it.
You're
I'm selfish. That's really what it is.
first.
I just don't like... I recently, actually, it was really fun. Me and Odeal
Yeah.
did a session together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'd never met before.
Right.
And it was really good. We were like working the thing. But I immediately was like, "Oh my God, do I know how to work with other artists? Like,
Right.
can I do it?"
Yeah.
Where like, he's a talented writer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my best.
Yeah.
And like, we're all there like, because my whole thing is so flow based. When I got on the keys, I do it, and then the whole song is going to come out in an hour or whatever. But like, you have to now cater to another person in the room. And him the same, and like this. And you're like, I'm like, "How do I do this?" And I was like, "Oh, listen, I have to figure myself out."
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, because we can do this right now.
Yeah.
But like, I'm always gonna be this level of like, "No, like what this and da 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 da." I'm like, let me just take a break and like figure myself. I feel like maybe even Adele might be the same. I don't know why she would have no features or anything. But like, there's a real part of it where I'm just like, I can't even picture
Yeah.
really writing a song with us songwriters. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they're here to like selfishly again
And
cater to your thing. But when it's like, we're both things. How do we make this become a bigger thing?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
There's something for you to sit down
To work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, because I was listening to your album. I was like listening to Special.
Yeah.
And I was like, Olivia Dean would sound crazy on this. Cleo Soul
Yeah, you're
would
right.
sound crazy on this.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, I'll just, yeah. Okay, so that makes sense.
Mm-mm.
Are you only child?
Yes.
Right, my guy.
You see
yeah.
what it is?
Yeah, it
you,
makes
you
sense.
get
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
you
yeah, I'm
see,
only
it's a
child.
lifelong.
Yeah, like I don't want anyone around me. Don't play with my toys. I'm sharing.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not starting
But what
now.
I wanted, I'm spoiled. Like, yeah.
That's what it is.
I completely understand that.
Exactly.
If you were to have features on the next, because obviously you've done a project before where you had Money Long on there and other people. Who's on the bucket list for you to work with?
Bucket list, man. At this point.
I know D'Angelo would have been on there.
Yeah, of course,
unfortunately, but
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you still could. There might be a verse out there.
Who knows? I couldn't even do it though.
You don't. You wouldn't want to have a verse
I
that
couldn't.
he's recorded
No,
before
I
and put on
couldn't.
the
I
song.
couldn't bring myself to do it. It would never work for me.
Fair.
Because I wanted the conversations more than I
Yeah.
wanted the result.
Yeah.
Well, who would I mean, obviously, Livia's killing it. She sounds beautiful.
She does indeed.
Cleo's incredible.
She is.
Always down for Cleo.
Mhm.
You know who else is sick?
Who?
PinkPantheress, man.
She's dope.
Because I'm just curious, what would that be? That's like mixing like sherbet with she's like mega.
Yeah, I think it would work though.
Yeah.
I think like you would work with like a Pink
like
Pantheress
sherbet
or a
and-
Catronada or a.
It's like sherbet and milk. I'm milk.
Yeah, but that's fine.
It's kinda wild.
Milk works with everything.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, except vinegar, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that would work.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Maybe that's what one person you should message. Like, hey.
Yeah,
what's up?
hey,
Yeah.
sherbet.
Hey, sherbet.
Here's milk.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm ready.
What's your favorite song on the project?
Special.
Right.
Yeah.
Good thing I mentioned that.
Yeah, it's my favorite song, and that's just the one.
I hear it. What do you do when you're away from music? How do you chill out? How do you turn your brain off? How do you turn off the music brain?
How do I turn off the music brain? You know, I mean, I said it in reclusive. All I do is wake up and play video games. Is my problem. But now I've started, like, the more I've gotten into being an artist, the more intense it's gotten. Like, since releasing an album, and like, it's a lot of work on releasing an album. Like, I finally understand why people take years. It's not that the music took long. It's that if I tell the label I'm releasing this, it's time to work.
I mean, you've released a lot.
I have.
You've got like 7 projects.
But when it's an album, it's different. Like, Heat the Streets was a surprise. The label didn't know I was going to do it.
Right.
Like, they were kind of like, what are you doing? Why would you release a mixtape before the album? We could just be release the album. We were like, no. This is really cool. And it's a thing, and it doesn't fit with the album, but it could be its own thing. And So that was a surprise. So when it came to it, like, no one was ready enough to be like, no, you got to do this. You got to do it. It was like on the spur, which was great for me. And then finish it with Brixton with, like, it was brilliant. Boom, 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 boom. How amazing. Go away. No one tell me nothing. Stop. But the album was like, they've been ready for this. They've been like, I know exactly what's going to happen. When we do this, we're going to do the label thing. We're going to have him on the billboards, which means he needs to go and do this.
Go and do SNL.
He needs to go do it. And it's all... So when my schedule started getting more packed, I was like, I need more than just video games. So then I started collecting trading cards.
Which ones?
One Piece trading cards.
You really like One Piece.
Should
I watch it?
Yes.
Because my thing is, like, I love anime, innit? But 1,000 episodes.
I would recommend you read it if you read manga.
I don't read manga.
That's what I would recommend, ideally.
Right.
Because the anime is good, but remember, it started in the 90s.
I know they're starting the One Piece, and I told all my friends who love One Piece, when the One Piece comes out, I'm going to watch it.
Wait for that then.
Okay.
Wait for that.
Okay. You're watching JJK?
Of course.
What did you think of the last episode?
I haven't seen the new season. I've read the manga.
Okay.
So I know the story. I've saved it.
Okay.
So now that the new season, the new, it's kind of done, isn't it?
Yeah.
After the fight with Yuta and the whole.
Yeah, I can't lie. That's probably the best episode they've done.
I've
since,
just been.
I don't know.
You know what was sick?
Which one?
Obviously the Yuji Maito fight was crazy.
Oh yeah. And Yuji
Chozo was
as well.
Yeah, and Chozo was crazy.
Yeah, Chozo went crazy. And the only reason Yuta is still alive is because of plot.
Oh my god, I actually love it. Chozo was so sick.
Yeah, I really like him as a character.
I really
like him as a character. I love that he loves Yuji.
Yeah.
I know the whole backstory and why.
Have you read the manga? So do you know?
No, but I've been spoiled with JJK so much. So like I know why he didn't kill Yuji and their relationship
and the whole right.
And do you know what I mean? And I found out something else the other day as well, but we're on radio.
You'll get there. I'm not going to spoil it for everyone.
Yeah, but I found out something crazy. Anyway, you're a bit of a foodie.
Yes.
You're a big foodie.
Yeah.
I actually found out about one Jamaican spot in Finsbury Park because of you.
Really?
Yes.
One Love.
I think it might be called that, and I was meant to go, but I haven't gone yet. I live in South.
It's pretty good.
What's your top 3 food spots around the world?
Oh my god, like I said, there's.
It's a big question.
My whole stomach just flipped now because remembering it makes me react.
Yeah.
Because my tour manager George is like me and him together at just like
2 foodies.
This crazy, and he's like, we call him chef. He's the chef.
Okay.
The me and him on tour. This is one spot in Madrid. I don't know what it's called. That's what pisses me off. It was like this seafood place, but it was chaos. So we were just walking past like the central market, and we just heard all this shouting. Turn around, it's just like bare people in like this kind of open up situation, and we went in there. It was the most Bourdain thing I've ever done in my life, where it's just like you walk in, they come in, they're like, I don't hablo español, we don't speak English. They're like, okay, cool, they got like a specific guy. They're like, you do these guys, they're idiots.
For the tourists,
and then you get the anchovies and the thing and the little. It was the most delicious seafood I've had in my life.
Yeah,
that's number 1. Number 2 would be in LA. There's a place called Sushi Fumi.
Okay.
Ridiculous. If you're ever in LA,
I need to go to LA. I haven't been yet, but
Sushi Fumi is the best sushi in the world. That sushi is preposterous. It's mad. I can't even describe it. You just have to eat it. I cried eating it.
Oh my
and number
God.
3, another place I cried eating was Gina's in Chingford, which is mad.
Okay.
They're called Gina. This place is just like, oh my days.
It's Italian?
No, it's just 2 couple that own it.
Okay. Crazy.
Bro, so the wife, I think she was on Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
But she does the desserts.
Right.
And the husband does the main dishes.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like I cried. I hate beetroot, right? I've always hated beetroot.
Yeah.
They have this beetroot with like this pistachio mint sauce and some other mad stuff. I ate it and I cried from how much I loved it.
Yeah.
And then the chef came and he's friends with a friend of mine. So he comes and he's always like, hey man, like what's good? Like the food going, I got this extra stuff for you, like come in.
Yeah.
And everything he makes, like you can tell he's passionate about. Like one time we had a burger at the spot. And the next time I came out, the burger wasn't there. And I was like, yo, where's the burger at? He's like, man, no one was ordering it, man. I love that burger.
Really?
I figured it out and did this. And then I'm there like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, like you really love this burger and you like mastered it and it was delicious.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's like music and food are so intertwined.
Yeah.
With like the level of care you have for every like note.
Yeah.
Of
every detail.
Note of flavor, notes of actual like melody. They're all kind of to make one dish, one song.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it. I get what you're going through.
Yeah.
So good.
Amazing, bro. Listen, you've talked about wanting to have a discography that people respect,
right? The
way they respect D'Angelo's 3 albums. Does this project feel like your Voodoo or your Brown Sugar?
Or this has to be my Brown Sugar.
Right.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Where I feel like this album, I was experimental with it enough where I'm forever proud of the individual songs, and that I feel like I really took them to the max potential of what I thought was max potential at the time. Because the other part of it is that like it's hard for me. Something I've learned after finishing the album. I've had the album for 6 months. I've had time to look back and go, I wish I did that different. Wish I did that different. But I also understand that I have to just leave it be. I could go back to Special and run the hook one more time. But I was like, no, if I thought that was the best of my potential back then, leave it as that. It's a capsule. Same as the Mark in My Time thing. I needed to capture that thing. And then leave it forever. And not like, Kanye goes back and goes, I added these.
Even when it's out, he'll go.
When it's out, I'm like, no. I don't want that. It needs to be a real cemented, because then otherwise, how am I going to see myself progress and move on? And I feel like that's the beauty of the journey from D'Angelo's Brown Sugar to Voodoo. Like you can tell there was real, like he looked back at Brown Sugar, I'm sure was proud of it to the level, and then was like, how do I enhance this to what I feel is the best today? And then that's why Voodoo is so different to Brown Sugar. And then to see that to Black Messiah, where it's like, that was again, him looking at Voodoo and going, I thought that was the best of my ability back then. But what is that now?
It's 3 albums, 3 different decades.
3 different decades, 3 different sounds. I mean? And that's kind of what I want to do is like Sound to Someone is now a cemented sound of that time of my life. Forever. Well, I'm now excited for the next one to come and be like, okay, what did I do then? And just like really like boil it down to a science. Because the more I write, the more I'm understanding how numerical and systematic songwriting is. Really, it's very almost clinical, surgical. And you really get down to it. You understand there's like Babyface's theory, and there's like Raphael's theory, and there's like all these like Gamble and Huff's theory. There's all these incredible writers that had their numerical algebra.
Algorithm
almost. And I'm trying to figure mine out. And I'm getting there slowly. I feel like Special, the reason I love it so much is because it's like the closest thing to me to finding my algorithm. But writing that song so easy and so quick, but so effective, where I was like, okay, whatever's in that's my crack. I'm going to do 8 songs of that crack level and continue from there.
Say no more, bro. Thank you for coming on the show, man. I
really
appreciate
appreciate it.
I wish we had more time. I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, man.